I wasn't sure how to begin this video. Really, what I was thinking was I want to say that the world needs me. But it's not just that the world needs me, it's not all about me. It's about me, it's about you, and it's about all of us. It's about ourselves on this journey to become more moral. It's about us choosing whether to build a relationship with our Heavenly Parent, choosing whether to get to know who this being is that created our souls and the universe that we inhabit, or just develop ourselves as creations without this being, which to me seems like a great tragedy, because wouldn't you want to know a loving being, and wouldn't you want to know what they have in store for you? If we were created by a loving being, and this loving being wanted us to experience joy and love and peace and bliss beyond our wildest imagining, then wouldn't you want to know that being and make it possible for yourself to receive the gifts that being has in store for you? Um, Recently, I have really seriously considered running for president, and what scares me perhaps more than the idea of actually achieving that aim is spending a great deal of time um, in the achievement of that aim, and spending no time in the development of my own loving self, spending no time in the development of my loving condition, spending no time actually seeking God's love. What if I actually became president? What if I spent 20 years trying to become, the leader of a country, and I actually got it, and I lost all that time for this one aim, which, let's be honest, it's kind of cheap in a sense. And I did not use the time to actually grow myself, to actually learn more about my Heavenly Parent, to learn more about my actual father, my actual mother, God. That would be quite a horrible thing, because I know at some point in my life, maybe not in the near future, but in the distant future, depending on how moral I want to be and how appropriately I look at things, at some point I will know that I spent my time looking for glory rather than actual education and actual development. So that's what I think about when I watch videos about the Odyssey and about, you know, this Greek quest for glory. And I do pray. I actually pray that I actually focus my attention not on this aim of becoming a leader, but that I focus my attention on becoming more moral. And I hope that when it counts, I will choose my time, I will choose to spend my time wisely. Beyond all that, I do believe that the world, whether they know it or not, whether people know it or not, I've seen people's hearts being grabbed by messages of love. I've seen that. I've been there. I've been the one delivering a message and experiencing the reaction of the audience. And I want to do that. I want to be there doing that for someone. I want to learn about love, and I want to spread messages of love to other people. That's what I want to do. Where was I going with that? um, I just remembered. So I want to tell the truth. That's a loving thing to do. I want to use my will in a loving direction. I spent a lot of my life working for people and doing things the way that I have been instructed. And a lot of what I've done in my life has not been moral, has not been loving. And I know that, and it hurts. And I kind of assume that that might be all that there is, but it isn't all that there is. There is more, I assume at least. There is a better way to be. There is a more loving way to be, a more moral way to be. And I can't become that moral person unless I start living by my principles. And I think one way to do that is to go after, your loving desires. Follow your loving desires. So, try to make your dreams come true, put simply. But the world needs me. The world needs someone who wants to be loving. And I'm a very broken man. Anybody can see that. It's pretty obvious. I often think that I would be such a good president because I am the the quintessential American in a way. I mean, I'm fat, I'm arrogant, I'm very sinful, I'm greedy, you know. Yeah. If I can change, we can all change. and I know that can sound to certain people like a hopeless message, but it's not. We have to first see where we're at. We're in bad shape as Americans, and we're going to pay for the crimes that we are committing. And let's pay now. Let's deal with it now. Let's change now. Let's not wait. Let's start changing. If you don't know how to change, ask for help. What's wrong with me? That's a great question to start with. How can I change? Another great question. But if you can find out what's wrong with you, and you might initially, when you get answers, you might be like, oh no, that's not good. You start actually hearing answers about who you are. You're gonna be like, oh no, that's not good. Okay, deal with that. Like, look at that, sink in it, drink it up. That's gonna hurt for a period of time. Don't avoid that. Dwell in it for a little bit, not forever, but look at it, experience it. Oh yeah, I can see that. I am kind of like that. Whatever it is, and yeah. And then, at some point, it would be good to start working to change. That's the whole thing, man. If you can see where you're at, honestly, and then, like, grab whatever tendril of desire you have within you to change and hold on to it for dear life. That's it. That's where it is. Like, that's what we need to do. It's not just doing generous things in the world. It's actually changing who you are. For me, in my personal life, like, I just made a video recently where I said, you can't be bored. You can't be bored because there's so much to do. There's so much to fix in the world. And it's true, there is so much to fix in the world, but I just heard Jesus talk about how, like, love is an actual genuine emotion that you have in yourself, emotion, a desire to do something good. And I'm realizing that in my own heart, I want to be good because I want to avoid my guilt in a sense. If I can do good so that I can avoid the guilt, then I don't have to address the guilt. But the chickens will come home to roost. I have to address the guilt. And I can't truly love, I can't truly do something loving unless I feel that feeling of love. And I often wonder, why don't I care more about all the pain and suffering that people are experiencing in the world, all the children that are being harmed, and ultimately, I'm affecting all of these people in some small way, at least. And why don't I care more? Why don't I care? Today I talked to someone about it, and it was funny. Somehow, just talking about it a little bit, I was saying like how we have to help people. Like I have to help people. He was asking me what I was doing with my life or something, and I'm like, there's so much to do, man. And he went away soon afterwards, but I just started tearing up, and I'm like, there really is so much to do. I'm feeling a little bit of it now, but you know, there. I don't know why actual compassion, actual empathy for people's pain, and actual, you know, a feeling of guilt for the things that I've done. Why that those feelings have been so elusive for me, but I can find it out. I can discover that. I can ask God, please help me. Let's do this. Let's go into this guilt. Let's actually experience the causes of, you know, all the harm that I'm doing. What in me is actually wanting to harm so many people. So I'm on a journey too. But I do believe that everyone, whether they know it or not, maybe in some very, very small way, is looking to understand what love is. They may be asking in a very, very small way, can I be loving? Is love real? Does love exist? Or is it endless barter? Is it always tit for tat? Is it always I scratch your back, you scratch mine? Or does someone out there love me? Truly? And can I actually become someone who loves? And most people aren't asking that very actively. Most people don't, you know, we live in this relentless, like, addictive haze. But I believe that there are parts of us that are asking those questions. They may be very small parts of ourselves. They may be, you know, the questions may be no more than whispers. But I believe it's there. And so I believe that whether I'm successful in my attempts at changing myself for the better, that's what really counts. And creating and developing that relationship with my parent, which is something that you can do as well. Whether I'm successful in that or not, that's the main thing. It's not about whether I actually achieve this lofty ideal, supposedly lofty ideal, but come on, let's be real. Does it matter who's the next president? I mean, how much have you cared about the last, I don't know, 20 presidents, 20 leaders of a certain country? Does it really matter? What really matters is when someone touches your heart, when someone, you know, moves you in some way. That's what you remember. And it's because that's what's important. So I don't want to be a fake president. I don't want to be a fake leader. And I hope that you also don't wish to be a fake person. I hope that you can understand that love is real and you can also become a loving person. I don't want to go on too much longer. I feel like I might lose the, power in what I'm saying, but, that's the main thing. We need loving people, whether we know it or not. Thank you.